Once upon a time, in a lush and verdant land, there lived a prince named OLAGOKE. He was the son of a great king, and he was beloved by his people for his wisdom and kindness. As he reached the age of marriage, his parents began to look for a suitable wife for him. They sent out messengers to all the neighboring kingdoms, asking for the most beautiful and intelligent daughters to be presented to the prince. This took effect immediately as announcements were made throughout the kingdom and beyond within 48 hours. A great procession of women arrived at the palace, each of them more beautiful than the last, and they were all very skilled in various arts and sciences, each all eager to win the heart of the famous Prince OLAGOKE, knowing what's in it for them. Prince OLAGOKE surveyed them all with a keen eye, but he could not find the one who pleased him, despite the class, beauty, intelligence, and smartness they exhibited. The beholders in the palace, who watched the prince in anticipation of who his choice was going to be, couldn't understand why he wouldn't make his choice from these beautiful women. But it was so easy to tell that Prince OLAGOKE knew exactly what he wanted in a woman. He wanted a wife, not a beautiful face. He wanted a woman who is beautiful from the inside out, as he comes to understand that nothing beats inner beauty. Being beautiful within brings about a glow on the outside, and this is the most important to me, he thought to himself, while he watched more women parade before him with a haughty and proud look. They may have really been beautiful and top class indeed, but this didn't mean much to Prince OLAGOKE. Then one day, a woman named Yewande, who was forced by his friends reluctantly, arrived at the palace. She was not as beautiful and expensively dressed as the other women. She didn't even have the privilege of getting the expensive education they got. And she was not as learned or skilled. She had come from a poor family and she knew nothing of royal life. But she was kind and gentle, and her eyes shone with a pure and loving light. As she walked past the prince in a very shy manner, he saw this light, and he knew that he had found the woman he wished to marry as she appeared submissive to him. My instinct wouldn't deceive me, he thought. But his parents and advisors were not so convinced. Prince OLAGOKE's parents and advisors tried to persuade him to choose a different woman, one who was more beautiful and more learned. But the prince refused. Yewande may not be as beautiful or learned as the others, but she has a gentle spirit and a kind heart, he said. I would rather marry a woman like that than one who is only concerned with her appearance or her knowledge. The prince's parents and advisors were disappointed, but they could not change his mind. The king and the queen loved their son so much and would grant him anything he wanted. And so, Prince OLAGOKE and Yewande got married, but not without the approval of both his parents. The people of the kingdom were surprised and skeptical, but the prince was sure he had made the right choice. After the wedding, Yewande moved into the palace and began to learn about royal life, as she was humble at heart and very submissive. It didn't take much time before Yewande won the heart of the people, and Prince OLAGOKE, on the other hand, did not regret making this choice. He loved his wife so much, set up several businesses for her, polished her, showered her with so much love, polished her looks so much she looked much more beautiful and attractive with an aura of royalty. Yewande and Prince OLAGOKE lived happily ever after. Not just that, they earned the respect of the society and the villagers. The end.